Hi everybody, welcome back to MinaTV. You're watching AfricanBlogsSay. And before we even start today's show, I just want to say big thank you to all our viewers that watches us. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for your support. Keep sharing, keep liking, and subscribe.
I love the comments, Charlie. They're so in love with you. You have like 10 to like 100 new best friends now.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But let's dig into today's topics. What are the blogs saying?
Finally.
Yes.
By the way, T-Money, you're really looking like money today.
Shmoney.
You're looking like a snack.
You know.
Well, what are you doing today? You going on a date today or something?
No. I'm not going on a date. This is just me on a regular.
Sometimes you have to treat yourself.
You need to get your shoulders off.
This is me on a regular.
I'm loving the details, everything about your outfit.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thanks to my stylist, V-Lusty. V-Lusty, that's what it's called.
T-Money.
Yeah, he dresses me. So,
yeah.
Finally, after 100 days plus, the President of the United States of Nigeria.
I know where this is going.
I was so nervous. I was so nervous when you were taking
finally
it.
back.
Yeah,
I was kidding. Yeah, but the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria finally comes back after 103 days, actually.
Where did he go?
In London.
Shameful.
Oh.
Yes.
103 days?
That's
That's
right.
almost 3 months.
That's 3 months plus. 3 months is about 30, 31 days.
It's like almost 4 months. Yeah.
So,
But I want to know why was he in London?
okay, fine. There was an undisclosed ailment that they said he had for a couple of months, so he had to go to London for treatment. They said he was going to be back in 14 days. 14 days became 20 days.
Exactly.
30 days. The vice president became the president.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
There was riot. A lot of people started the protest, resume or resign.
Yes.
Even Charlie Boy was a part of the protest, and he slumped in one of the protests, you know, because the Muslims were fighting against the Democrats, the PDP people, and saying that this is an anti-government protest and all that. So this man, Mr. President, who is over 70, came back yesterday. Actually, he came back yesterday around 3:45 p.m. in the afternoon, and he hasn't made a speech yet. He's going to give us his first speech on Monday by 7 a.m. But the question is, why would the president of a country travel out of the country for 3 months plus?
I mean, listen, we know why.
The healthcare system is
based on what we're hearing. I'm not mad at the situation. Yes, this man right here is not my president, but why are we so mad at? We are acting like this man went to London for shopping. Why are Nigerians so mad at this man right now?
I mean, they're not mad at him. I don't know, but the healthcare system, the whole country, and the amount of money that has been spent in the past 90 plus days to take care of the president.
But won't you rather have a healthy president? I don't understand. This
I'd
man,
rather have a young president.
Like I was saying before, he didn't go to London for shopping.
Do you know this man has ruled the country before?
Can I say something?
Yes.
My whole thing as a good leader is that I believe a good leader knows when to step down. Is he more concerned about his health or being president?
He needs to resign.
Because being president is a very, very stressful job. And if you have this type of health complications that you're away for 3 months, then you should just resign and let your vice president take
over. You're medically incapable.
You know, the vice president has been running it.
Yeah.
He's been doing actually a really good
better
job.
because since the vice president has been the president for 3 months now, we've had better ratings, we've had lower exchange rate, forex, everything is done, got a little bit better.
He's too
compared
old.
to when he was
but that is
president.
why we have vice presidents. We have vice presidents because of cases like this.
When
the president is not feeling well, or if the president is not able to do something, that's why we have vice presidents.
No.
Yes.
But it's also like, let's just talk about the healthcare system. The fact that let's just focus on that. Yes, this guy is old and decrepit and sick, but like, let's talk about the fact that the healthcare system is so bad in Nigeria that the president of a country can't even be treated in a country. So if I get sick in Nigeria, are you serious? If I get sick in Nigeria, I am leaving the country.
Do you know how
many Nigerian healthcare? I'm gonna die.
People travel for health reasons all the time.
Yeah,
even
but I'm
here,
saying they're
people go to other countries because
it's very rare.
Yeah, other countries have
rare
more advanced way of solving
it's
health problems.
People can go to India for kind of special surgical cases. I hear about that a lot. But when it comes to normal ailments, you don't have to leave the country.
Yes, you do.
If the president has malaria,
you know there are African countries where the
if Buhari has
president doesn't
malaria, he's
leave
going to travel out.
For example, Morocco. You know the president of the country pumped so much money into the medical field, into healthcare. He built hospitals, he built clinics. Then he brought overseas doctors to train the doctors there.
Exactly, bring them here.
He pumped so much money that people who are like me, returnees, return to Morocco and they get treated in the hospital. That's what could happen in Nigeria.
We have the money.
We could pump money into the hospitals. That's so important.
That
we
money
could do
that
that.
was spent on him.
That we
and
spent
my
on
other
him.
thing too is like when you're running for president, you pick your own team, right? You pick who you want to be vice president. So I mean, it should be team effort. I mean, he can just, again, resign, let the vice president run it. Because it's supposed to be the same views, right?
He has ruled this country as a military president and now as a Democrat.
He's just so greedy for power.
I don't know. He's greedy for power, exactly.
I think it's more about the power as well because, I mean, again, how many Nigerian citizens can afford to travel outside the country? What are you telling the people of Nigeria? Why isn't that money spent on something else,
Because it's a bad look because he's a president of your country. Let's say you get sick. You're Nigerian, you're proud, you get sick. And be like, well, my president won't get treated by anybody. I'm going to die.
President on top of that anyway?
Yeah, he did.
You just became president in January and you spent, we're in August?
Yeah.
So that's 8 months. You spent 3 months out the country. So that means you've been
president. It literally looks so bad. And the thing is, it's not just him as a Nigerian president. Other African presidents have, like especially West Africans, have gone to UK and they've died there. Like, but it's like, it's shameful. It makes me feel bad. It's like, you could spend it's not as if healthcare is not, people know the problems in healthcare. People know the problems in healthcare in Nigeria and other parts of Africa. They know the problems, how they can solve it. And Nigeria is so rich, they could pump money into healthcare.
They could do it. They could fix it.
Yes, and our diaspora, the Nigerian diaspora who are medical, they would love to go back to Nigeria.
The ones that are outside, they're even doing so well.
Exactly.
They're topping the hospitals, having the best records. Bring them back.
I honestly don't know what the argument is because
healthcare system.
The argument was you guys are mad because he traveled to London.
He should die in Nigeria.
No. The argument was he traveled over 100 days in London. God knows what he was doing.
He was sick.
Normal people with money travel outside the country to get better.
He's the president of Nigeria. He's Nigerian money.
So whether or not he's the president of Nigeria, it doesn't matter. He needs better health care. And unfortunately, he can't get that in Nigeria.
Yes, he can.
If the
country is well structured,
but at that moment he can have it. So that's why he traveled. He traveled for better health care. That's it.
Let's see what
so
he
are we
says
saying
on
that
Monday.
we accept that situation?
Maybe he's
Let's see what he says on Monday.
For me, he went to Nigeria. The reason why he went to London. It sits well with me. He went
for a bad look for a president of a country. Imagine a president of America
to get a better health.
Is it bad?
No, I think President Atta Mills did that too. Travel to get better health care.
And that's still
people
a
do it. Presidents do
it.
I've
heard
no,
of the
so you don't see that as a problem.
That's a problem. People do it all the time.
Not the current president of Ghana, but I've heard of the previous president of Ghana.
Kufuor or something like that.
No, not Kufuor. The one after Kufuor. I think Atta Mills. Was that Atta Mills or Mahama? I don't know. Either Atta Mills or Mahama. But I've heard that he used to take a private jet to come and see a dentist in America. And I was like,
does that sit well?
All the time. Like I know people
not
here.
Okay
does that sit well?
I know people here that travel to Japan or even Canada because they have better health care and stuff like that. People who travel to get. To make sure
countries represent the people of the country.
So should they die if?
Yes, die in Nigeria.
I disagree.
Funny enough, there was a CNN popular TV presenter who made a joke about it recently. He said, they usually ask some questions, some funny questions. He was like, "What country has their president been out of the place for 3 months?" Then he put 3 countries: Nigeria, I think India, and one other country, and people were asked to text their answer.
And which country you want?
It's really cool. Of course we all know it's Nigeria.
You know it's embarrassing, right?
It's embarrassing. He was laughing about it.
Say it's embarrassing.
I don't think it's embarrassing because every country.
Say it's embarrassing.
No, because every country specializes in something. I don't know what.
So London specializes in healthcare.
I don't know.
I've never heard about that. It's India.
Yeah,
I've never heard about that.
I'm not gonna learn what I'm saying.
Okay, sorry.
Every country specializes in something. Even with the sex change or hip replacement, there are certain countries that are well known for it. So if you want the best of the best, you travel. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm sure people from here go to Ghana for herbal medicine. Like if they want herbal treatment, people will travel from here and go to Ghana for it.
But you know
it is what it is. It is what it is.
People visit witch doctors all the time. I'm saying that Nigerian government, the Nigerian president, let's just be honest.
It's an embarrassment.
It's embarrassing.
What do you represent?
You know what else I
Because
don't
this
like
thing
about
can be
it
fixed
is
in the
why
country.
He didn't disclose what he had.
Thank
Oh,
you.
disclose
I have a
ailment.
problem with that too, because I say this all the time. People ask for certain things, and then when they get it,
they run away from it.
It's like, people ask God, I want a peanut butter jelly sandwich, and then God will give you peanuts, and he'll give you wheat, and people don't know what to do with it. You can make your peanut butter sandwich with the raw peanut and the raw wheat. It's the same thing. You become president, it's certain things that it can't be private.
Yourself in front of
But
us.
you're sick. You gotta let it be known what's wrong with you.
What's wrong with you?
When Kim was pregnant, Kim traveled from here to Paris.
It's Kim Kardashian.
Hold on. You see,
She's
I didn't
not
even finish what I was
She's
about
not
to
the
say.
president.
No, but I didn't finish what I was about to say. What I'm saying is,
Sorry.
people travel for different reasons, right? When Kim was pregnant, she traveled to Paris just for croissants. That's embarrassing. But for the president, that is embarrassing.
No,
she
it is
traveled
not.
from here, took a jet, just to go to hold on, Ivy. Just to go to France for croissant. Now that's embarrassing.
No, it's
but
not.
for the president to travel from one country to the next for health care, I'm sorry, that is not embarrassing. It is. It's not.
When
It's
we
not.
become billionaires,
It's not.
Thank you. Claiming it.
We're gonna fly to Ghana and Nigeria just for fun ice.
Thank you.
Just because we could.
No,
and
me,
fun ice is
usually
not
I like to go
available
to
here.
places like
Because
Dubai
you know
just to charge my phone
Exactly.
and stuff like
Exactly.
that.
Just
So maybe
to
I'll
lay
do
at
that
a
too, and that
7-star
would be
hotel.
embarrassing,
But
right?
we're
Because we
not
don't have light, we
president.
don't have electricity in Nigeria.
Because
So,
You
we're
have to
not
travel
president.
to get better
so I'll
health care.
travel out to charge my phone and come back, and that's not embarrassing.
Well, that's embarrassing.
That is
No.
embarrassing because
But it's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
That's what I'm saying. But healthcare is different.
It's
from-
the same thing.
I don't think
He
so.
could have flown those
Your
doctors
health-
in. Why didn't he fly those doctors in?
Yeah,
It's the
and
same-
let
it's the
them
same thing.
train.
Yes, he went overseas for their brain. Let's fly those
Fly
doctors-
them in?
Fly them in.
What are they going to work with? Because there's no light in that country.
But this man say that's embarrassing.
But that's embarrassing.
All right.
That's embarrassing.
That's why it's
I
embarrassing.
want to
Do
hear
we
you
agree?
say it, Charlie.
I'm not
Say
gonna
it.
say
Embarrassing.
it. I'm not going to
Charlie,
say it. It's not.
Say it.
So since we're on the
Let's
topic
move on.
of traveling and being out of the country, and actually, you know what? Since we're talking about London, let's talk about another Nigerian in London. Right now, I want to talk about Dangote, who is also the
boss.
richest black man in the world. Can we say that again? That a Nigerian man is the richest black man in the world. And he's also Africa's first billionaire. And I mean, he did this all straight from nothing. It's not like he comes from
came
a
from
straight
poverty.
family. Exactly.
right.
So as we all know, a lot of Africans are like huge soccer fans. He's been an Arsenal fan since like the 1980s,
Yeah.
for over 20 years, for a very long time. And when you are that wealthy, you can actually be friends with the team owner and the team coach, which he is. So I think we talked about this already too, that Dangote is building an oil refinery in Nigeria, which I
right.
think is amazing. Now that's someone that is trying to help Nigeria
Exactly.
bring positive
Bring it
things
home.
Bring it
back
home.
home. Because Nigeria shouldn't be importing all that oil and energy. But anyway, yes, so his plan is that in about 4 years, that's his goal for how long it'll take him to finish the refinery. And when he's done, he wants to buy Arsenal. And I think that is so amazing. As far as I know, I don't think any African man owns any European team. Can we just take a second and let that sink in? That an African man owning an European team, especially Arsenal.
You know
That's
what?
like top 3 leagues in the world.
But do you know
Multi-billion
why I think he started doing that? It's because he fell 51 spots in Forbes list because the Nigerian
Currency.
the currency was
Just because of the
Devalued,
So I
yeah.
think he's like, look, I can't be relying on this Nigerian currency. I need to get some international money. So it's smart.
But there's one funny thing that he also said. I read about the story. He said if he buys Arsenal, the first thing he's gonna do is to fire the manager.
Coach. Yeah, it's the
Arsene Wenger has been Arsenal manager
for
since
21 years.
Oh my God.
And
gosh,
he's
really?
actually the longest running manager for any team.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a fan of people investing and buying things that they are passionate about.
Yeah.
So I hope that he's actually passionate about the team and not just because he can afford to buy it.
probably
yeah,
passionate
I
about
think
You know what
he
I
is
mean?
very
So I
passionate
hope
about
it's
it.
because of that, But
I think
he is.
kudos to him. He's doing an amazing thing. He does he have a family?
Of course.
Yeah,
of
he
course.
does.
He's
He
not
does.
a Nigerian guy billionaire.
You have to,
He has to
right?
have a family.
He's been talking about it with the coach because he has friends with the coach and he's been talking about them for a while. And I mean, as we all know, most Nigerian people, when they put their mind to something, they get it done. Especially Dangote,
when you say that.
who's
So
worth
sweet.
$8.6 billion. So, I mean, if he's saying he's going to buy Arsenal, this dude might just buy Arsenal, Chelsea. He might just buy all the teams all together.
Well, he can afford
you
that.
guys kill me sometimes,
He
man.
can't afford that. And he's what, $13.5 billion
Oh,
now.
I'm sorry. I thought it was 8.6 billion. I'm sorry.
No.
Maybe that was his worth last year.
He was on 22. He was on 22. He was around the 25th richest man in the world, richest black man, but the richest 25th on the whole Forbes list. Then he dropped.
But it's only because of the currency
now
that
it's
gets dropped. You know,
13.5 billion.
once your president actually starts working and works on the currency, maybe
bringing
it can
the
bring him
healthcare
back
system
up.
home.
I feel like it's probably worth more than that because, listen, some of the richest people I know don't have bank account. They hide their money under the bed. So how you
He's not
gonna?
that open. He's Nigerian.
How you gonna calculate all of that?
What do you mean he's Nigerian? Is
I'm
not
not saying he's. I should say he's African. You're not trying to spread. So I have a juicy topic with a South African TV presenter. She's a star. Her name is Bonang Matheba.
Bonang Matheba.
Yes.
If it comes to South Africa,
right.
if it comes to Nigeria, ask me. I'll
Yeah.
No, but she said it right this time.
Yeah, no. She's actually.
Of course she's beautiful.
beautiful, and she's a TV
Erica
presenter.
Mena.
And I've actually been watching her. But you know what? Why I chose her is because, look, she released a book from A to B in style. Oh, how did you know?
I just read it.
That was smart.
It's cool. Blonde moment. We all have our blonde moments.
That's good.
From A to B in style, and let me tell you, she had to recall that book. Do you know why?
Why? Wait.
I think I didn't know it was her, but I've read this online.
So the book was already out. And
The book was
everything?
out.
Was it on sale?
There were so many there were spelling errors galore, grammar galore.
I heard it was
wrong.
horrible.
The
But now-
publisher recalled it from all
Wait.
bookstores.
I'm confused. So the book was out, published, and everything,
Released.
and there was so many mistakes
Because
in
so many
it.
people bought it. So what happened is a lot of people purchased this book because they love her, and then they were tweeting about. They were taking photos of the book. Like there's so much grammar issues.
So who reviewed it before it was out? Stevie Wonder?
First of all, I like that. First of all, apart from who revealed it, it just goes a long way to tell that these people don't actually write their books.
Thank you. That's exactly what
They
I
just
thought.
want to make money.
I'm like, she didn't write her book then.
Because if you wrote your book, why would your book have so much
Stevie
errors?
Wonder reviewed that book. Like, I cannot.
Do you know the thing is, okay, so Meezy is her best friend, right? Well, was her ex-best friend.
Yeah.
And he released a reality show and a book around the same time she is. He's killing it. Ratings for his book, like people freaking love it. Like his reality show is #1. Yeah. So she also released a reality show at the same time she released her book. I should have said at the same time. And her show didn't even rank. It's like the bottom. And what's interesting is that they're no longer friends, right? Because they had a falling out. They had a very public falling out. And I don't know, it's very interesting. Like your friend is.
The funny thing, I feel what really made her calm down now is because of the fact that the book has a lot of spelling errors.
It's
like
embarrassing.
you said, I think Stevie Wonder was the one who reviewed that book because there were so many spelling errors. They had to cite all of them, put them on Twitter, and that was terrible.
Yeah, like
so it just goes to tell that she didn't even read her book. She didn't even read
her book.
Or she didn't even write it.
Exactly. Her reality show is trash. So it's just very interesting, like.
What is her reality show about?
About her and her life.
Yeah,
Nobody cares, evidently.
nobody cares.
Even though it's crazy. Like, she has 1.8 million followers just on Instagram, I think. Like,
I mean, I don't have a problem with her not writing her book. I don't have a problem
Really?
with that. No,
Yeah, no one
I
writes
don't.
their
It doesn't
book.
matter. To me, if it's her story and she wanted a co-writer or a ghost-writer,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah. That's
My
true.
thing is, it's so embarrassing for the book to be published, to be out there on sale,
I
and there's
know.
so many mistakes on it. Listen, even
was
when I was
recalled. That's how bad it
even
was.
when I
I
was even when I was in class 6, grade 6, or whatever you want to call it, before I give my assignment in, my mother has to check it. Grandmother, uncle, like give it to somebody to check it for you.
Yeah.
But for you to just, you know,
I mean,
be like
if
that,
I
that's
was
embarrassing.
her, I would sue the publishing company if I was her because as celebrities, you can't do it all. You know, most celebrities entrust someone, a manager, a publicist, publishing company. That was your job. So I think she definitely needs
Man,
to
I
sue the
feel
publishing
like
company.
that's your
That I
craft.
disagree.
you're right.
I don't think-
No. It is her. It is the publisher's fault. Let's just being honest.
Yeah.
But she didn't even read.
Read
She didn't
it.
even bother to
That's
read
what
before
it
it
is.
went
So
to
it's not,
publishing.
so
What
it's
makes
not
you
the
think-
publisher's
No,
fault.
because the
No,
thing is,
partly
because
it's
okay,
partly
so-
their fault,
No,
but
it is
she
definitely
is
their fault.
the
But let-
primary
but let me-
problem here.
but the
How
reason is-
educated is she?
She's educated.
She was an OAP for one of the biggest radio
no, I don't-
stations in South
I don't-
Africa,
She's
Metro
educated enough to
FM.
Hold on a second.
Metro
Hold
FM,
on a
she was an
second.
OAP, And everybody tuned to that Metro FM for a couple of years.
I am asking this question because our current generation, people they can't read. Do you see the errors on social media when people type? That's why I'm asking this question. It's possible that she read it and didn't notice it.
I don't think it's because she can't read. Because if you can't read, why are you writing a book? If you can't read, why you
because that baffles me. Why would you not read
audio book then?
Yes.
Why would you not read your own book before it comes out?
That's what
when our episodes come out, I'm like, I run to YouTube. I'm like, oh, let me see the new episode. Like, I watch it right away.
Exactly. Like, all y'all need to.
She doesn't need to blame anybody but herself.
That's what I think.
It's yourself. Like, this is your brand. Before that book goes out,
and it's so pretty too. Look at that.
Before that book goes out, I'm checking the cover. I'm like, let me have the final cut.
That's the only thing she checked.
Yes, that's the only, because she looks good on the cover.
And there's one thing that you said that I wanted to comment on, that she has 1.8 million followers. And you would think that,
she once dated the band. She was dating the band at some time.
Let's say that even 10% of her followers were watching her reality show. How many people is that? That's like over 100,000 people.
Not even that number was watching.
But that's what I'm saying, is a lot of times people get confused, like, oh, this person has a lot of followers, but it's not all the time that your followers are really that interested in you. Okay. You actually have to put out good quality content. You have to make people, you have to keep up. Things are changing so fast. It's changing faster than the iPhone. Yeah. Because you know what I mean? Like, an iPhone 6 comes out, and then by the time the 6X comes out, the 6 is completely updated. But it's the same with social media. If you don't keep the people following, if you don't give them what they want, they really don't care. And that's why her show isn't doing well.
And it's really sad because it's like, this woman has built up this brand over a period of time. She's a TV presenter. I watched her show. Like, it's good, but like, here's something that finally, it's you. You are producing this book. You are producing this reality show. No one else but you is doing this. And you can't even get that right?
Yeah.
This is a problem.
Yeah.
Problem.
And what I'm just seeing on the net is that she's not even sorry about that.
No, she's not.
She recalled the book for the reason that she's trying to call the book back for republishing because of what people thought was wrong about the book. That's what she said.
But that's what I'm saying. Maybe she's not as educated as you guys think. There's
no excuse.
I think most people can read.
There's no excuse for this.
Do you realize that there's different type of intelligence? There's like book smart, street smart, educated, like
she can read the teleprompter. She can read the teleprompter.
You stick to what you know.
And what happens is that a lot of people see someone like Kim Kardashian, you know, like you see people doing.
She's not in the Kim Kardashian category.
No, what I'm saying is that like some people just think like, oh, if this person is doing this, then I can do it. That person is doing this, then I can do it. People don't stick to what they really actually are good at. Because they just want to, sometimes just because you're a celebrity, it doesn't mean you need to be everywhere. It doesn't mean you need a book, you need a lipstick line, you need a reality show, you need this. No, stick to what you're good at, master that, and make money from that. Sometimes you spread out. I mean, right now she's embarrassed herself. Yeah, your book is horrible, your reality show is horrible. How do you bounce back from that?
Man, it's
I hope she can, though.
She'll definitely bounce back. She's a fighter. But the one thing I'd say is she's able to read the teleprompter. That means she can read her book.
She was an OAP for a couple of years.
But did you hear what he said?
On radio.
Did you hear what he said? He said what she thinks people think is wrong with the book. That means she thinks the book is fine.
No, she's pulling a Donald Trump. That's what she is. She's just like skimming over it as if nothing is an issue and moving on. That's what she's trying to do, but it's not coming off well.
Yeah,
it's just coming off badly.
She knows the errors.
I really hope that she can come.
So what do you advise her? Audiobook? I think
audiobook
better.
Audiobook for real.
A lookbook, because it looks like that's what she's very good at.
Right. Very fashionable, yeah, lookbook.
So that's what she needs to drop.
All right, so next is the Nigerian Information Minister, Lai Mohammed. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right.
Yes, you did good.
Said over the weekend that the government cannot, oh my gosh, here we go. The government cannot allow Nigerians to produce local content abroad. So
nonsense. Nonsense.
So what does he mean by the local products?
So basically what he's saying is if a Nigerian producer or whatever, producer.
Music, videos.
Music,
movies,
film. Do it in Nigeria. Do not take it outside of Nigeria. And his reason is it also creates local jobs for the locals.
I agree.
So what do you guys think about that?
I agree.
What I think is that it's a very good point, but you got to fix the country first. because the country is
But
not
how is
fixed.
he going to fix the country if people are not bringing jobs back, if people are not...
He's just trying to be political. Now, you saying that, we said something about the president going outside to get good, proper medical health care, right? Because the healthcare system is what?
Yes.
Bad, right? And now you're saying we should go shoot our music video in Ojuelegba, right? Because we're going to give people employment and all that.
The roads are terrible.
To me, you don't have to dictate where such contents should be shot or anything. You can still fly those people abroad. You fly the team abroad and do whatever you want to do outside the country. When it comes to movies and music, it's the content that matters. The content, what the content talks about.
Yeah.
Like you cannot say you're shooting a movie that somebody was trying to struggle and run away from poverty, and the person traveled to the United States. It's a story, right?
And shoot it.
Then why should I shoot it in Lagos when I say I'm in the United States? I mean, it only goes properly to show the environment that I'm shooting the right kind of content. So I don't think his point is strong enough.
This is what he compared it to. He said it's like somebody going to China or Japan to make a product, then that looks like palm oil, and then sells it back to Nigerians like it's palm oil. So that's what he compared it to.
I don't think they should control the
him.
content. I don't
You
think
know
they
why?
should
Like,
control.
do you guys remember the movie Beast of No Nation?
Yeah.
I saw that movie. It was a very, very good movie, right? It won that year at the Ghana Movie Awards. I was there, dude. It won so many awards.
Elba, right?
Literally every award that night went to Beast of No Nation. And a lot of movie producers, a lot of actresses and stuff were upset because they were like, it is not really a Ghanaian movie. You know, most of the production, everything were people that came from abroad, but it was shot in Ghana.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I understand. But the story, that's what I'm saying, the content. The story is talking about the LA, the village, the Ghana, war and everything. So it's only proper to shoot it there.
Yeah,
listen.
But then they were upset saying that like the staff, like except for like the little children and stuff like that, are not Ghanaian. So why is it winning so many awards? So
that's
it's
a
the
part
same
of
thing.
just
We
becoming
should.
global. That's a part of being global. Everything we're doing right now is global. So if a Nigerian wants to shoot a Nigerian film in New York and then fly people in from Nigeria, or it's like
But
this
okay,
is part
you
of the
see
world.
what you're saying.
I don't think that is a big problem to look into right now. So I think he's just trying to get something out of it.
I'm not sure if you, depending on what you're doing, flying people from Nigeria abroad can be very, very expensive.
Just like flying
and not a lot of people can afford that. You know what I mean? I think that it should be done. I think maybe they can add a few restrictions and to it. For example, if you're shooting something and the scene is supposed to be an American scene, okay, that scene can be filmed in America. But I definitely do agree that we need to create more jobs back home.
I understand.
We agree that we need to find different ways.
Don't put a
Can I be
tamper
honest
on
with
these
you?
people's
Can I be honest with you?
process.
On the stats, right? The entertainment industry in Nigeria is growing so big right now.
Humongous.
You know, there's so much traffic. They're making so much money. The what is getting big by the day.
It's $1 billion
These
industry.
old men never paid attention to it. They never sponsored entertainment. They were never interested. Arts and culture, they didn't do anything.
Exactly.
But now that entertainment is the order of the day,
have something to say.
entertainment is taking Nigeria and Africa globally. Now they want to put their mouth. They want to have
And
something to say.
Nollywood-
It doesn't make sense to me.
Exactly.
Where
And
have they been all this while?
Produces, it's like Hollywood, Nollywood, then Bollywood. That's how
And that's
severe.
really good because
That-
Bollywood
Right
used
now
to be
it's
number
Nollywood.
2.
Exactly.
And now Nollywood is number
But
2.
can I say
no,
this
that's
though?
number two.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand both sides of the story. Ife's music, Ife's music video, Getaway. When I was watching that music video, she shot it in Ghana, and it was about going on vacation in Ghana. And in the video, if you watch the video, it's so many beautiful places that I didn't even notice that it was Ghana. I was like, wait, that is Ghana? Like, I was shocked. So yes, if they do certain things like that in that country. It can show people like myself that they even know that they even know that that existed. But on the other hand, I agree with you. Like, go global, show other countries that this is going on.
That's why I'm saying that it should be implemented, but there should be some
I think people should be
restrictions
free
and
to
some
make a decision on that. It
exclusives.
shouldn't be implemented. It
about
should be
it.
free to make a decision on that because if
creative.
his reason was, you said his reason was to create employment, right?
Yeah.
Do you know that the better thing he would have said, let me help you, sir, is to increase our tourist attraction centers and stuff like that. Because there was a video Ed Sheeran shot in Ghana for a new song, Ibiya Baby. He shot the video in Ghana. when I watched that video, I just wanted to go to Ghana.
Yeah, Ghana really
You know that feeling?
Ghana
Even
really
Mr. Easy, there was a video Mr. Easy and Efia shot, Skin Tight.
Skin Tight.
That place, they shot the video. Mr. Easy said, after people watched that video, that tourist center got a lot of people coming in, traveling. You know, that is different.
Yes.
Bring money to the country. That's understanding. Don't tell me
in Ghana called White Sands, and I was like, oh my God, like, yeah, it's very true.
When it comes to film and music and art, you can't really detect what people should do. You have to let them be creative and express how they want to feel.
But I guess there are pros and cons to it, right?
Of course, there are pros and cons to everything. But we want to also know from our viewers what they think about these stories. Please let us know in the comments. Your comments are always welcome.
And tell us hot places around Africa that you've been at.
Like, exactly.
We want to know.
You heard about Seychelles? You heard about Mauritius?
Yeah.
There's so
like,
many
I
beautiful
haven't been
countries
to
in
South
Africa.
Africa, and I want to know.
You haven't?
No, I haven't.
Don't worry, I'll call the president.
Take me T-Money. So people can let me know like places in South Africa that's cool to go to. Maybe we can even go there.
Because some people, when they visit South Africa, they're like, is this Africa? Is this part of, you know, that's to tell you how good the infrastructures, everything about the country is, so organized.
So you touched on a very important point. The African presidents need to make our countries better so that we don't need to go anywhere else to film. That's the clue.
Fix the country.
Fix the country.
And on that point, we're going to end here. You are watching MinaTV. This is AfricanBlogsSay.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. And if you liked this episode, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you next time.